Well, for only having the first 5 minutes planned, I think that went really well. Oh man!
So hey, Daniel!
Yes!
This needs to be a tradition.
I'm so sad that David missed this because this was hilarious.
I can only imagine what kind of chaos David, as the face of
Oh,
30-pound turkey walking around, would have done.
Right? You would have thrown that weight around.
Oh man!
I never got to find the poison.
Oh yeah. Well, by the time you got to the poison, they had a bunch of kids jumping around on the bed and stuff too. So. Yeah.
I was going to put him.
Decided to burn them alive instead.
Terrible turkeys. All y'all.
I mean, at least I didn't try and kill anybody. I killed somebody on accident, but I didn't try and kill
I
anybody.
actually tried to kill
For the dog. That was mostly self-defense.
I killed the dog, but I didn't do that on purpose.
So I rolled on that one. I'm like, okay, is the dog going outside? Rolled a 6. I'm like, sorry, dog. He was just ready to whatever came out that door. He was dead. Yep, it found his mark.
We went.
Turkeys take the day.
I vote next year someone comes back and like buys the farm and all of the stuff. We have to chase off the new farmer too.
Right? Like the bankers that come to repossess the land, and it just becomes like this turkey-infested wasteland that no one goes near. They're like, no, you don't understand. Don't go to Old Man Cotter's place unless you want trouble. It's like the Thanksgiving haunted house.
That thing's haunted by turkeys, y'all.
Yeah. It's all like tribal and like all like there's turkeys everywhere.
Wearing headbands and war paint. I'm on board with this. Oh man.
I feel like we should come back to this for Christmas. It's like now it's Christmas time. Someone's coming back to collect the turkeys. Because now you got like the Christmas holiday that you turkey. And it was like, no.
His friend, his like nearest competition in the turkey market is like, yeah, I heard Old Man Cotter gave up his place. I'm
gonna go take it over.
There you go. Oh man, that was so funny.
It's like Mouse Head, but
yeah. Like I say, it was one of those I had like the more I had planned this, the more I thought like open, or was it open? Not open range.
Open season.
I haven't even seen Open Season. Was it Free Range? The movie about a bunch of turkeys and stuff, like going through the future and.
Oh, I didn't see that one, but I remember the previews for it. Yeah,
I think I saw part of it one time. Anyway, cross between that and then
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run, yeah. Like I said, the more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, just ruined it for me. Chicken Run. It's an original idea, except it's not.
It is now. We're freaking trying to burn down buildings.
No.
People jumped inside and they didn't do that in Chicken Run.
This was the subversive turkey element overthrowing the farmer establishment in an extremely violent way.
Oh man, it was so good.
Hacking this whistle over here.
That was so good.
That was fun.
That was such a good use of your hacking. Oh my god.
Yeah, so like I said,
use my hacking skills to get the right tune.
After you go to bed, guys.
All right.
Thanks for your prep, Daniel.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm glad you guys were able to come. Oh man, yeah. It was...
like in the house.
I'm so sad that David missed that.
Oh,
that was fun. So do we have next week and the week after off?
I believe
Yes.
so. because I think well, the week after is Thanksgiving, and then next week I think there's a
Next
few of us
week
that aren't
is
gonna be here, so.
like Frozen 2. We were gonna go to Frozen
That's
2.
what it was. Yeah.
Wait.
So.
A day before it's officially out, because my dad got an early like showing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys want to hang out? Are you guys busy Wednesday? Before Thanksgiving?
It's what now?
Are you guys busy on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
Are we busy?
The 27th.
I might have like classes and stuff, but
Because we're gonna be in town if we want to like get some dinner.
oh, that would be fun.
And we were just talking with our family. We're planning to be in Rexburg after Christmas, so like New Year's.
Oh, cool.
Ooh,
Like,
I don't have school then.
Yeah. Oh, love it.
I don't have school, but I have kids. I will have my kids. So
yeah, that's same.
Nope.
but I mean, my kids, I can give them like YouTube or Netflix or something, and they'll stay pretty entertained for a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bring the Switch, and they can play Mario Bros together or something.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for the the cartoon runaround music, the like you know the one?
There's Medihill.
Reminds me of like the YouTube reading.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Pretty much the encompassment of tonight's shenanigans.
People just running out of the building today.
It's one of those I was trying to find like what music to do, and at first I thought it was gonna be like sneak and hide, and everybody's just trying to like hide and sneak away, and then the hunter's coming up behind you, and he's hiding away. And then I was like, okay, so I've got some like suspense music in the background that I can pull up, and then everything broke loose. And I was like, I'm just gonna stick with this. I'm not gonna worry about music.
That was good music, though. That was a good
fun.
pick.
It was fun.
It was.
Do we still have Craig recording too, by the way?
Yeah. I like Craig recording. I usually chop it and then go, okay, that's in the wings. And so.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing the last little while. It's been fun.
Oh, this has been awesome.
Oh yeah, and I don't know why we don't have our videos published yet, but I'm totally on board with that. Whenever we decide that is a thing,
It's one of those where I'm like, yeah, it's mine. I don't want to let go. At the same time, it's like, yeah, nobody's gonna watch them, except for those that we tell are like, hey, go watch our videos because they're hilarious, and they're like, okay. So it's one of those.
Yeah, I'm
part
half
of the internet
tempted
thing.
to, like, when this one gets posted, I'll be like, hey, we did a Thanksgiving game where we're all turkeys. You should watch it.
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna be posting those pictures on my Instagram. I have like 0 followers because I'm kind of restarting it from scratch. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'll follow you, Shara.
yeah,
I'll follow you.
sure.
Do I have Instagram? I don't know if I have Instagram. If I do, I'll follow you.
It reposts to Facebook anyway. You'll see.
Yeah, perfect. But yeah, it's one of those like, yeah, it's just I don't know.
Have
But
some
it's-
Thanksgiving shenanigans.
By a lot of people. I think
No, it doesn't.
It'll be cool to just have whoever is interested, like the people that we talk to, friends, family,
Yeah.
like, this is cool stuff, and they can see how they would. Some people think we're crazy, but some people are like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I showed my mom the clip of when we healed the guy to death. I showed her the comic, the animatic that you did, and I played it for her, and so she's listening to it, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna check for a pulse. I'm gonna look for a pulse, and David goes, there is no pulse, and my mom's jaw just like, oh, we killed him.
That's my favorite. I know. I wish I had more patience with myself to do those. Because you get to that point where it's like, okay, I want to do it every time somebody talks, something moves, and after a while, I'm just like, oh, I have a 10-minute clip. Why am I doing
I
this?
love
to myself?
I love the one. I think it was that clip because I went to do Chronicle of the Raven Queen, which is like if I get to it within a minute, it's basically like I can ask them any question I want or something. Yeah. And so I went to do that, and David's like, you're not getting anything. There's no connection. And you were like, the line is busy, and the phone showed up.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with
The
those.
line is busy.
Line is busy.
There's some magic crap going down today. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it's so good. I like that one too. There's so many that I'm like, I want to do that, but I don't want to take the time.
You know what one I would love to see is like an animated thing, is the bandits on the road that we spooked with the illusion.
Yeah, that one would be fun.
Turn straight. That was fantastic.
Oh, that would be fun. The other one I was listening to recordings again. I think I'm 1 or 2 episodes short of being all the way through all of them for natural 20s and 1s and stuff. And I just listened to the mansion and the phase in, phase out where I got paralyzed by the phase spiders. Oh, and you guys are like, yeah, we walked up and started berating your beard and putting stuff in. I was like, I totally forgot about that. I want a picture of that.
He passed out with us messing with
I can't believe we did that.
That was so funny. I was laughing my guts out. I'm like, I totally forgot about that.
I absolutely forgot about that.
Right? That's one of the reasons I love going back and listening to it. It's just like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Then there's some of them like, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Whew. Oh man, so good. And
I'm so glad we have them because like tonight, David will still be able to have this experience. He'll be able to watch it and be able to see it. Like, and the time, like when you guys just went into like the spire place, I was able to see how it happened. You're all like, the feed in the face isn't here. We're having to do it to Musty's feed in the face.
I remember that day. I was so tired, and I'm just like, I have to think.
I have charisma like coming out of my bones.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything to say to save my life.
Oh, so bad. And yeah.
I'm like, so I could easily like try and take over the face,
Yeah.
But my brain, when I like, especially with Rin, I think my brain just doesn't like work as fast. And I think I've come to the conclusion that Rin is very charismatic and personable when she's like engaging, but she's more of an observer. She's gonna sit back, nice. She's gonna listen, she's gonna only pitch in when she thinks she can like get the results she wants. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
she's one to tend to observe first and then jump in.
That's my life right there. Like, yeah, you're doing that wrong, but I'm not gonna help you till you're ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you should do. Good.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Oh, that was just the worst. Like, yeah, okay. I have to be smart. I mean, it worked out okay. I mean, at least I feel like it.
I thought
I set up the underworld for total chaos, but we'll see what happens.
With freaking what's his face that we were all just like, can we kill him yet?
Yeah.
Yes, coolest.
Oh,
we're all just like, can we kill him yet?
My favorite was talking to David like the next week or something like that, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't like try and capture him or try to kill him or anything."
Because the whole week we're like, I just want to kill this guy, but I don't want to I don't want a TPK on my hands. Like, we can't do this right now. And then at post game, David's like, "I'm surprised you lived this long."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No."
We could have taken him. No. That was the worst.
Because everyone was talking about, like big bridges.
we wanted to capture him. We wanted to kill. We wanted to do something. We wanted to get rid of that guy. But then it was like,
which is
yeah,
funny because watching it, I was in Zafine's head the whole time watching,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, so we're like allies to the same goal kind of thing. Is where Zafine's head was. That's how neutral good. Like we're both working toward like our goals help each other kind of things. In
Yeah.
This certain...
yeah. In this small area, we're allied. You know, we got the same path. Yeah, and
Right, right.
like I was saying in the actual recording, I'm like, that's kind of the way I felt. I'm like, well, the dragon wants to get ahead and get out of the position that she's in. You need slaves. The Uppers want slaves. So just everybody sell their position to each other. Everybody, you know, it's kind of the tides will eventually just, and the slaves will come out on top. All the upper management, you know, the royalty will be destroyed, and yeah, everybody's happy.
Except for Jisoo.
Yeah.
Jisoo's never happy. He
And
needs to go on a nice, chill date with Mouse to make things.
I don't know, man. I'm throwing her off the
now.
cliff there.
I
man.
know. This is never like
Yet, but
the
Cutting it
destroyer
forward.
of ships.
It's not gonna
Cutting
happen.
his throat and jerk, Edith, just saying.
Oops. Push the button.
Booty.
Anyway, I found So with my phone tonight, I found this free app that you like download songs onto your phone, and then you can turn them into the button.
that's
And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I found that. 'Cause I was racking my brain all week trying to figure out how to do it. The soundboard that I want and get all the recordings and anyway, it's fun.
yeah, and now you have it hooked up to that like 5-way audio jack thing, and
Mm-hmm.
it's fed right into the audio.
Yeah, it's been really nice. But anyway, yeah, it's been super fun playing with it and getting it all figured out. A little bit easier than doing it through Discord, but a little harder to manage. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
iPad, phone. I had another phone with a timer based off of different events, and then I had my other iPad.
Is that what the siren thing was? Like every time the siren went off,
Yeah,
you were just
It was
like,
set up for
"No,
every-
what now?"
every half hour something new came out. Yeah, so I was having so much fun, and then
Until we finally took over the farm.
and it was one of those like I had it set up for another half hour on top of what we did, and as we started playing, I'm like, oh, this is gonna take forever. I don't know if I can do 5 half-hour like chunks of time and have it all flow. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna short it up a half hour because it was gonna be dogs first, and then let's see, no, how's it gonna be? No, Larry was gonna go first at the first half hour mark. Larry was gonna get taken, and then another half hour, then the dogs, then another half hour, then the family. And I'm like, we'll just shorten it up by a half hour. So we'll have the dogs take out Larry. And it just worked out really well.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a way to like introduce Larry aside from, yeah, you guys
Hi,
see that
guys.
turkey? I had this whole plan in my head just before we started. I'm like, oh, Larry's got a list. He's gonna be like, hi guys, you guys are escaping. I want to escape too. Can I come too, guys, please? And it ended up being just, hi guys. Poof. I guess Larry's dead.
Rip.
Oh man. And it's one of those like I probably should have ruled some of the roles better than I did, but the mechanics of it is still like the way they explain it in Critical Role versus on the paper for the Honey Heist is a little vague. And so I'm like, well, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So most of the time I didn't, because it's like, whatever. But anyway, it was fun. Like I say, I've been wanting to do this for at least a year. I wanted to do it last year, but I was like, no, I'm not prepared.
Yeah.
This year, I'm like, yes, gotta do it.
I'm like, I'm so tempted to like take this idea basically and go run it for my family. Be like, hey, I have this fun dice game. we can play."
Absolutely. Like I say,
Like,
super chill. It's all
let's
just
survive
story driven.
Thanksgiving, shall we?
Just like print out a map and put pennies out, and you're blank.
Yep. That's all you have to do. Yeah. You're a bunch of turkeys.
Guys.
Good luck.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Look,
So
So
fun.
sad. So sad.
I
about
lost
you
my
being burned.
mailing on my
Say it again?
tail.
I said I'm so sad we didn't get those people burned. That's very strategic, though. You have to admit.
It was very
really
strategic.
That was-
but
I
It totally
terrible.
makes sense. Vindictive turkeys who have a future of being eaten. That totally makes sense.
sure.
just
I just
We're
have, I
just
have a
trying
problem with
everything
kids
to
burning
survive.
alive. I can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about like having the dads push the kids out, and then the dads don't make it, and like, oh, that's not a Thanksgiving story I want to hear.
Yeah.
Everybody makes it out alive.
Yeah, I think it went down really good. The guy got shot because they were desperate to get everyone
Yeah.
out, and everyone had to leave to go to the doctor. That was
It was fun. Yeah, you guys
That's
did
good
really
play.
good. Like I said, it was kind of hard, like trying to figure out where everybody's moving and trying to
right.
kind of push the story, but at the same time, it's like you're a bunch of turkeys that are scared for your lives. Of course, you're gonna just stay in one spot and not move because you haven't been seen yet.
Right.
So how
Yeah,
do
like,
I make you move?
goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It was
I
like
think that was part of my motivation sometimes is like, I haven't moved in a while. I gotta do something.
Yeah. It's like
Right.
normal circumstances, that's what you do. You run, you hide, you stay there. And so it's like, well, how can I put pressure on you to move, or how can I like free you up an opportunity to try and do something? You're like, yeah, he's totally distracted. His house is on fire. What do you want to do? Do you want to do anything? I want to wait and see. Dang it.
Right.
So,
I like at one point when I was up in one of the trees, like I just want to watch for them and wait with my bat there. And then when they come under the tree, I'm gonna drop my bat on them. Just drop it.
oh, so good. Oh,
And then I'm gonna bolt to a new tree. I guess.
so fun.
Well, and that was the scary thing about it, is that if you exposed yourself so that you were in a chase situation,
Hmm.
and you're not like trying to get away. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just
Like freaking getting
running,
caught by the
running.
dog. I was like, no.
Yeah.
right.
That was funny. I was trying to figure out like
That
a good
was the
mechanic for that one.
scariest
I'm like, okay, how do I make it fun yet still? Yeah.
The pressure was on because I was like, well, now I can't go back up the tree because that'll expose Opal, and I wouldn't be able to make it around because then I would expose myself to the farmer. So I'm like, my real option here is to take the dog on. I had to go back and try and fight the dog, and I didn't have the fight skill for it. So I was like, I have to turn this into a flight thing somehow. So I'm like, okay, here we go.
That was hilarious.
so
It was
good.
fun. And Shara, thanks again for doing those pictures. Those are freaking
Yeah,
amazing.
those were awesome.
So fun.
And the farmer is lined up. I just haven't had time to get to him.
Yeah, no worries. I still have to finish your pirate one shot in order. Well, two shot at least. I still have to finish doing the recording on that. So this one's gonna be after that. So
Oh,
plenty of
yeah.
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm struggling to think of the sea ghouls as like not as oceanic as Davy Jones' crew.
yeah. They're not.
That's just what
But I
comes
totally-
into my head because when I think like
Right?
ocean zombie, I'm picturing like barnacles on the face and like
Yeah. They're a little more like piratey, so they're not so much. I said that they made a deal with the sea, which is probably still accurate to some degree, but it's less that they're becoming more part of the sea. It's more that they've devoted themselves and like traded something essential of themselves so that they can live the dark pirating life.
you know
Yes.
what I ought to picture instead is I like, let me see if I can find her. So Delightful, that doll artist that I follow,
Mhm.
she a couple of years ago she made a Wendigo for her Halloween doll.
Oh, nice.
Let me see if I can find her. Ugh, it helps if I spell it correctly. So basically, we'll just cut the horns out of that. Well, maybe I have to show the horns so the rest of it makes sense. But like, so the doll is this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like skeletal, but she's got like a belly still, and then she's got like fur and stuff because she's got some deer, whatever. And I'm like, picture that, but instead of a deer, it's a pirate. And I'm like, that would make sense. That might play a little more into what you're thinking.
Well, and they're yeah, and I imagine them more on like the rotting side, not so much skeletal,
Mm-hmm.
and not even like fully rotting. It's like not zombie. It's like missing soul.
Yeah. I think when I like was coming up with the comparison, I was thinking more like the like glazed over eyes and the really skinny structure that it's like they're not human anymore. They're like, you know, so they still have like skin and bone and, you know, whatever else, unlike the doll here, but like they're more skeletal, but they still have like the skin and stuff that covers it, I guess, if that makes sense. Is kind of what
I see what you're seeing. Yeah.
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 That maybe that's more what I should picture when I.
It's probably closer than the oceanic.
Yeah. I think I thought of the Wendigo because of her eyes, and like she like had to sculpt the stomach because it was just a straight up skeleton when she started working on it. So she had to like actually sculpt the stomach back in and like that sort of thing.
Right.
So I'm like,
well, and I think that's part of the thing is that they're not undead. They never really died. They're more of the unliving. So it's like they're still alive.
yeah,
But they're missing.
yeah.
Is a little bit of the
Yeah,
difference.
so I'm kind of like I'm picturing like a human just like or like a skeleton, but it's still like covered in skin and like there's no sign that this creature actually died, but you can tell that they're not alive anymore, which is I think is where I'm getting like the red around the eyes and it's like glazed over and you know kind of like for the Wendigo, it's like signs of malnutrition because like the Wendigo is a symbol of starvation, I guess, in like Native American lore. And so it's like if they're not alive, they're not eating, their body's not getting what it needs, and so all of these signs of malnutrition would start showing up. And
Gotcha.
Which totally makes sense. Except the seagulls don't need. They don't. That's part of
Yeah.
what they traded.
That's part of what I'm thinking is like the malnutrition all sets in, but it's like we don't care, we don't need it. You know? So it's like the body might need it, but the ghouls don't. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they're living in this weird medium between what the body needs and what they actually need to survive.
Interesting.
Interesting stuff. So fun. World building.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe thinking of it in that direction might steer me away from like the barnacles on the face and that sort of thing.
It's definitely closer than I've got. Yeah. Well, thank you for the awesome turkey trot. This was fantastic.
You got it with as well.
I think I am gonna also head to bed.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
See you guys.
Bye.
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 Bye, Maddie.
It said bye to me.
So good.
And say me not going.
I know.
Bye.
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 It said bye again.
I know.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Wow.
They keep doing it.